If I ruled the world,
Imagine that.
I'd free all my sons. If I'm not, baby, black diamonds and white diamonds.
Welcome back, hardcore and casual gamers. I'm Fox at Foxy Games UK, your regular aggregate source of the latest game news, rumour and video game discussion, with an emphasis on PlayStation, but spanning all major console platforms. Do remember, views expressed in our videos are those of third parties and do not necessarily represent the views of Foxy Games UK. You can keep up to date with all the latest news and shenanigans just by following via Twitter at FoxyGames_UK. All relevant links can be found in this video's description. And wasting no time in our first news item, Nintendo Switch just officially became the fastest selling home gaming system of all time in the US, with over 4.8 million units sold, sourced via Nintendo PR courtesy of NintendoEverything.com. Here's the full story. So Nintendo has just announced a new major sales milestone for the Switch, and according to the company's own internal sales figures, since launching about 10 months ago, the console has sold over 4.8 million units in the United States. That means it is now the fastest selling home gaming system of all time in the region. The previous record holder was the Wii, which sold over 4 million units during the same time frame. Nintendo recently confirmed that more than 60% of Switch owners have purchased Super Mario Odyssey. Zelda Breath of the Wild is owned by 55% of users, while Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 2 have been picked up by more than 50% and 20% respectively. Now that's an incredible attach rate by any measure. Here's the full press release. Nintendo Switch has become the fastest selling home video game system in US history. The home console that players can take wherever they go launched March 3rd, 2017, and in 10 months has sold more than 4.8 million units in the United States, according to Nintendo's internal sales figures. That's the highest total for the first 10 months of any home video game system in US history, surpassing Nintendo's own Wii system, which was the previous record holder with more than 4 million units sold during the same time frame. And here's a quote. Fans across the country have experienced the joy of playing their favourite games at home or on the go, said Reggie Fils-Aimé, Nintendo of America's president and COO. He went on to say, "Now that many more people have received Nintendo Switch systems for the holidays, we look forward to bringing them fun new surprises in 2018 and beyond." Now a strong library of games continues to fuel momentum for Nintendo Switch, with two big game system sellers and the highest rated games in history being Zelda Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey. Nintendo Switch owners also possess the fun competitive games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Splatoon 2. They are buying them at rates of more than 50% and 20% as mentioned. Now more than 300 games created by third-party developers have already launched for Nintendo Switch. These include big name brands like FIFA 18 from Electronic Arts, Mario Plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle and Just Dance 2018 from Ubisoft, Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition from Mojang, and LA Noire from Rockstar Games, with NBA 2K18 from 2K Games, Sonic Mania from Sega, and Ultra Street Fighter 2 The Final Challengers from Capcom, along with Rocket League from Psyonix and Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Doom from Bethesda. Actually, Bethesda has surprised us all, being one of the strongest third-party supporters of Nintendo Switch, with Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus coming this year. Now Nintendo Switch has also received strong support from indie developers, with a steady stream of favourites like SteamWorld Dig 2 from Imogen Form, Golf Story from Sidebar Games, Overcooked Special Edition from Teen 17 and Stardew Valley from Chucklefish. This year, Nintendo Switch owners can look forward to Nintendo-published games like Kirby Star Allies, Bayonetta, Bayonetta 2 and a new game starring Yoshi. Fans can also expect continued support from major publishers such as EA, Activision, Ubisoft, Capcom, Sega, Take-Two and Bethesda, plus a growing catalogue of quality content from indie developers. And that's where this article ends. Now look, here's the thing. Current estimates put Nintendo Switch global sales somewhere between 11 to 15 million units sold, and Switch's portability is clearly a factor in its success, but let's be honest here, Nintendo Switch has nowhere near the amount of third-party support as the other consoles, and yet it continues to defy its detractors and surpasses all sales expectations. I guess exclusives matter a whole lot more than some would have you believe. Now, Nintendo expect to sell around 27 million Switches by March 2019, and considering Xbox One is currently sitting at around 30-ish million sold, give or take, could it be possible that Nintendo's hybrid platform will overtake Xbox One's lifetime sales, positioning the Switch as number 2 console behind PS4? Well, stranger things have happened. Now, if you're one of those individuals who relish in the delight or disappointment of global console sales, well, guesstimate experts VG Charts have released PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch global lifetime sales as of November 2017. Now, it should be stated that VG Charts are not the most accurate of sources when it comes to sales figures, and considering Microsoft are extremely shy about sharing official Xbox sales stats, VG Charts is all you've got. Now, I take a few issues with some of the figures shared by the site, but we'll get into that later. So, looking at total sales of the PlayStation 4, Xbox One and Switch in November of 2017 clearly shows a huge increase in sales for all three consoles. The release of the Xbox One X helped push Xbox One sales above the Switch for the first time in that month, and PlayStation 4 also had its best November ever, which we previously reported on. Now, the PlayStation 4 passed the 69 million mark, the Xbox One 34 million mark, and the Switch the 9 million mark. The PS4 has sold 69.64 million units lifetime, the Xbox One 34.60 million units, and the Switch 9.10 million units. Now, bear in mind, this is November, people, so obviously the lucrative holiday sales period has increased sales across all three platforms, bringing their respective totals even higher. During the month of November 2017, the PS4 outsold Xbox One by around 1 million units for the month, and Switch by around 1.79 million units. The Xbox One outsold the Switch by 768,621 units. But when you compare monthly sales to a year ago, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are clearly up. The PlayStation 4 is up around 352,636 units, and the Xbox One is up by 947,170. Taking a look at the market share, the PlayStation 4 managed to achieve 45% in November, the Xbox One accounted for around 32% of consoles sold, and the Switch 23%. The PlayStation 4 and Xbox One launched in November 2013, while the Switch launched in March 2017. And as a reminder, VG Charts tracks consoles sold to consumers. Sony also announced that the PlayStation 4 has sold 70.6 million as of December 3rd, and Nintendo announced that the Switch has sold over 10 million units as of December 10th, though with the recent announcement, Switch has overtaken Wii as the fastest selling console in the US of all time. Some analysts believe Switch is closer to 50 million units sold, but as always, it's best to wait for clarity on units sold when Nintendo officially announces Switch numbers at the end of fiscal 2017, which ends on March 31st, 2018. So here's my take. First and foremost, it has to be said, the console scene is in such great shape. It's a really exciting space right now. There's never been so many incredible games releasing almost on a weekly basis. It actually feels to me like the PS2, OG Xbox and GameCube generation all over again, and not necessarily in terms of sales, but just in terms of excitement and game output. I mean, damn, doesn't it feel good being a gamer? And Sony know their user base well. They know what the games really PS community are really into, and they know that narrative heavy, engaging stories, single player / multiplayer experiences is what keeps PS4 at the top of the game. Xbox, well, Xbox does things a little differently than Sony and Nintendo, choosing to focus on Xbox Live engagement and service-based gaming. In fact, it's been close to 3 years since Microsoft shared any meaningful Xbox One sales numbers, and yet we still see the mainstream media towing Microsoft's 2015 line. Xbox One is outpacing Xbox 360 on a year-to-year basis. Well, considering this was really first stated some 3 years ago, how do we know that is still the case? The truth is we don't. And does anyone believe Xbox One is going to surpass Xbox 360's live-to-date sales of around 84 million units sold? I mean, we're 4 years into Xbox One, and if VG Charts are to be believed, 34 million is some way off from 85 million total. Microsoft would need to sell another 51 million Xbox Ones within the next, say, 2 to 3 years or so, and I'm not entirely confident that'll happen. But be sure to share your thoughts on the matter, because that unfortunately brings us to the end of another video. But let's continue the discussion. Go ahead, share your thoughts on all of today's news stories in the video comments. And for more PS4, Switch and Xbox One news, subscribe to Foxy Games UK. If you found any of the information in this video at all useful, go ahead and hit the like button and help us reach more like-minded gamers simply by sharing this video. You can also help the Foxy Games UK channel grow via Patreon. We offer just a one-tier $1 pledge, and you can find the link in the description. Thanks for all and any support. Do remember the Gamer Couch Reloaded airs this Sunday, 2 PM PT, 5 PM ET and 10 PM GMT. And there we have it. Until next time, always remember, play games, not corporations. Thanks for watching, everybody.